Hello, everybody. This is Edwin Haynes, right here from my home office in Houston, Texas. I'm a proud Blue Diamond executive with the company of Organogold, where I have now gone on to produce other million-dollar earners and businesses generating in excess of 1.8 to $2 million per month in sales for my personal business, and been able to be awarded what we call a $1 million ring in our company, where my wife and I earn in excess of $1 million US to $2 million US per year, and it's been very close to $2 million a year that we do earn here in this industry. So I want to tell people that this industry actually works, and it's even better when you're rewarded because you've been able to help other people around the world. But there have been five things that I paid attention to in my career in this industry, but definitely I've been applying those here in this company of Organogold. Five areas you want to pay attention to. Number one, you want to make sure you pay attention to leadership. Study leadership. It's very important that you understand that you are not a positional leader. You need to have people following you because they want to, which means you need to become a person of influence. And John C. Maxwell is the foremost authority when it comes down to that arena. I strongly urge you to pay attention or read his books, listen to his audios and videos, because it definitely will help you along in that area of leadership. The other thing I can tell you is pay attention to people skills. You want to master what I call people skills. And so what happens there? Because you don't want everybody in your business who's just like you, find how to have a good level of communication to people of all walks of life and different personalities. And there's a book called People Smarts, which I have been able to actually benefit tremendously from, because I now know how to properly communicate in the language that people understand according to their personalities. So you want to make sure you personally work on your people skills as well. Another area you want to work on is what we call leadership. Relationships. Relationships. Work on relationships. We already talked about leadership, but relationships. Because even for you yourself, if you have a spouse or significant other, you want to make sure that you have the right circle of life that's taking place. There's a great book called Love and Respect. And you want to understand that for you yourself, but also because you would have different people coming along in your business that will have some certain issues. And, some of the people's biggest challenges in this industry start right there at home. And so if you can help people with keeping their relationships intact and understand that dynamic, that won't be one of the bigger issues if you can properly guide people through that process, especially when you understand them. I'm not saying become a counselor, but at least understand. Another area you want to work on is money. Master money. It's very important that you understand this for yourself, because you're planning to make a lot of money. But the sad thing about it is, when people make a lot of money, if they're not taught what to do with it, it goes out faster than it came, of course. And so you want to make sure you understand those dynamics about money, but also because you may be helping people in this industry through their money issues, because that's a big issue that takes place. Read a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Some great sound principles on money that's in there. I strongly urge you to read that. Anything within the Robert Kiyosaki collection is also excellent for that as well. And that way you can understand some sound, basic principles about money. Not saying, again, you have to be a counselor on money, but at least you need to understand it and make money a slave to you instead of you being a slave to money. Now, the last but not least, is mastering you. It's very important that you're able to conquer yourself, if you will. There's a book called Conquering Fear by Lisa Jimenez. You want to conquer fear. Fear is something that sneaks up on people. It works in stealth mode, especially the fear of success. Sometimes you don't know it's there, and you need to identify those fears as well. Whether it's the fear of success or fear or failure, you need to be able to identify that and eradicate that as soon as possible. And also developing your self-confidence and things of that nature that you have to do. There's a book by John C. Maxwell as well, that talks about developing the leader within you. And so you want to make sure you develop you first as well. Napoleon Hill's book, The Master Key to Riches. That's good sound principles. Think and grow rich, in which we have our own leather-bound edition in our company. Organogold has never been done before, but I've read that book, and just sound principles that you need to master yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, 5 tips, making sure that you understand: master leadership, master people skills, master relationships, master money, and master you. So ladies and gentlemen, like we always say, it's easy, as simple as coffee in our company. We'll see you at the top, and we'll see you at the bank.